do it, I want to kind of like take a second. I didn't have this plan, but I'm wearing. I don't. Those of you that are listening to this will not be able to see this, but this is my Something Awful polo shirt. So Rich Kyanka, Lowtax, as he was known, is dead. He apparently took his own life today. And I'm not great at saying poignant things about people, but I mean, I did know Rich to an extent. We were kind of, Bullshito was like a sister site to Something Awful. And I mean, so much of the actual old internet they were related. They were sort of a nexus point for anything of that culture at the time, way before social media. And so I think it would be worthy of us to mention it because he's kind of going the dude was like a legend. He had his problems, but he was a legend on the internet. And like so much of the culture of the internet derives from the shit. He basically created memes. Back in the day, they were called image macros. So text on a picture and to get the point across very simply. And I mean, there's so many things. 4chan was his inadvertent creation by banning Moot, who was the founder of 4chan, for being a creepy little shit on the anime forums on Something Awful. So there's just so many things that are like interwoven with the old school internet that pre-smartphones and I know I'm going on a rant here, but it really was a Wild West. And if you think of it like that, smartphones and apps and Facebook and Twitter were like the railroad and telegraph and barbed wire fence that came in and tamed it and made it so that every person could go on and just have the cuddly safe experience. And that's not the internet that we're used to or kind of came up on. So, I mean, pour one out for your homie. Press F to pay respects. But Lowtax is dead. So
much of the culture, internet culture, we take for granted, started in that Wild West, which he was a very big part of. There were others, but yeah, those of us who are old enough to remember those days.
Dude was a legitimate genius. Comedic genius. I would almost go so far as to say like the Andy Kaufman of the internet humor comedy. Conflicted, just like every genius, he had issues, and the last couple of years of his life were rough. So he definitely was not a saint. And he ended up before he died getting the whole website like sort of taken from him, and I don't know all the details. I don't want to speculate on it, but last I remember, his ex-wife, posted the confirmation that he was dead. And she wasn't going to post it apparently because, except for the fact that Rich's family blamed her to some extent for his death. And it was a big messy divorce and custody battle and stuff like that. So, but yeah, he took his own life apparently with a gun. And that was just this morning. So, speaking of taking lives, because I am the king of segues here, Kyle Rittenhouse.
Transition.
Yeah. So